All right, today we're talking about something huge, Artemis II. This is the mission that's finally breaking 50 years of silence and taking us back, way back, to the moon.
I mean, think about it. For half a century, it's been quiet. The Apollo missions felt like this incredible finished chapter in a history book. But you know what? That silence is about to get really, really loud.
And that begs the biggest question of all, right? After all this time, with all the risk, all the money, why are we risking it all to go back now? What's the big idea? Well, let's get into it.
Okay, first thing you gotta understand, this is not a repeat of Apollo. This isn't just going back for old time's sake. This is the start of a whole new chapter in space exploration, with goals that honestly make the first moonshots look like a practice run.
You know that feeling, that classic countdown? It's more than just numbers, isn't it? It's the sound of progress. It's the sound of a whole new generation getting to feel that incredible power, that promise of heading out there, beyond our world, aiming for the moon all over again.
But yeah, this new era, it comes with a pretty jaw-dropping price tag. We're talking $93 billion for the Artemis program. So you can see, this is way more than just a science experiment. When you're spending that kind of money, it tells you the stakes are sky high.
And that's why the price is so steep. See, the whole game has changed. We're not just popping by to plant a flag and grab some rocks this time. The big plan now is to stay. It's like the difference between a weekend trip and actually moving in. We're building a permanent base on the moon, a jumping-off point for, well, for everywhere else.
So what's the big pull? What's got us so eager to go back? Well, it turns out the moon isn't just some dead, dusty rock like we might have thought. It's more like a treasure chest, packed with stuff that's absolutely vital for our future, both here on Earth and out there in space.
So if you really boil it down, the why comes down to three big things. First, there's a hunt for super important resources. Second, we're looking for the basic ingredients for life itself. And third, well, it's about staking a claim in the next great frontier.
Let's just dig into that first one for a second. Rare earth elements. These things are literally the heartbeat of all our modern tech. They're in the phone in your pocket, in cutting-edge medical gear, and in the most advanced defense systems. And guess what? The moon's got them. And that, my friends, is kicking off a whole new kind of space race.
Okay, so you want to go get all this amazing stuff from the moon. How in the world do you even get there? Well, you need a beast of a machine, and that's where this incredible piece of tech comes in, the Space Launch System, or SLS rocket for short.
Just to give you an idea of the sheer scale we're talking about, this thing stands 322 feet tall. Seriously, picture a football field. Now stand it on its end. The rocket is longer than that. It is, without a doubt, the most powerful rocket ever built by humans, period.
And the weight? Get this. It's heavier than 700 elephants. I'm not even kidding. Can you even begin to imagine the kind of power it takes just to get something that heavy to, leave the ground?
Well, we actually can measure that power. At liftoff, the SLS unleashes 4 million kilograms of raw thrust. This isn't something you just watch on TV. A launch like this is something you physically feel, rattling in your bones, even from miles and miles away.
And if you want a comparison that'll just blow your mind, think about the fuel. In just the first 8 minutes, the SLS guzzles almost 3 million liters. A Boeing 737, a huge plane, uses about 4,000 liters in a whole hour. We're not even playing in the same league here. It's a totally different universe of power.
But, just getting this Titan off the ground is only step one. The actual trip, man, it's like threading a cosmic needle. It's this super precise 10-day-long dance through space where every single little calculation has to be absolutely perfect. So here's the game plan for this 10-day journey. First, they lift off and do a couple laps around Earth, just making sure all the systems are good to go. Once they get the all clear, it's full throttle for the moon. That trip takes a few days. Then they do this incredible close flyby, swing around the back, and use the moon's gravity to slingshot themselves back home for a super fast return and a splashdown in the Pacific.
But buried inside that perfectly planned trip, there's one moment of pure, terrifying isolation. A moment of incredible risk where the crew is completely and utterly on their own. So as they swing around to the far side of the moon itself physically gets in the way. It blocks every single radio signal to and from Earth. For about 40 minutes, nothing. Complete radio silence. Mission Control can't call them. They can't call Mission Control. If something goes wrong, they're on their own.
And Victor Glover, one of the astronauts on this mission, put it so perfectly.
He called it a moment of profound isolation. Can you imagine? Just quiet solitude, farther from home than anyone has been in half a century, right before you start the long journey back to all the noise and chaos of Earth.
So, who are these incredible people strapping themselves into this rocket for this historic, dangerous ride? Let's meet the 4 trailblazers making up the Artemis II crew.
And this crew is just history-making all around. You've got Commander Reed Wiseman, who's already spent time on the International Space Station. The pilot is Victor Glover, who will be the very first person of color to fly a lunar mission. Then there's Christina Koch, who already holds the record for the longest single space flight by a woman. And rounding out the crew is Jeremy Hansen, who's about to become the first Canadian to ever leave low Earth orbit. What a team.
So this is the really important takeaway here. Artemis II isn't the finish line, not even close. Think of it as a bridge. It's connecting the incredible legacy of the Apollo missions with everything we learned from the International Space Station, and it's leading us straight to a future with a permanent base on the moon. And from there, we're all looking at the next stop, Mars.
So you see, Artemis II is so much more than just one mission. It's a huge statement. It's us saying that we don't just stand still, we build on what came before, we learn, and we always reach for what's next. And that really leaves us with the big ultimate question, doesn't it? After we've mastered the moon and we've set foot on Mars, where does that incredible, unstoppable human curiosity take us after that?